In this video, we're going to be measuring for proportion again, although this time we're going to use just a scrap piece of paper instead of a pencil. So I have my deer there, and I want to sketch him on as shapes again, like before. So I start off with an oval. And if I want to make him exactly the same size, I can even measure it right now. So to his tail, from his tail to his chest is that far. From his tail to his chest, he should come out to there. So mine is a little bit short. Make him a little longer. He's not really shaped like a bean. I don't know why this one is coming out shaped like a bean, but there is his body. So then for his legs, I can either sketch them on ahead of time like this and then measure, or I can measure and then sketch them on. So if I look at his shoulder, let me start. So this was the length of his body. Put a little arrow there so I know that. That's the body. So then the leg from the shoulder would come right about there. So I can go from the shoulder, I can see that his leg is going to stop right about there. So his leg should come down that far. And then this leg will as well. And then the back leg, this was the length of the whole body, but the back leg from the rump to where the leg comes to is about the same, but he's standing up a little bit on a hill, which is why, and the rump is coming up like this, up a bit higher than the shoulder, which is why the legs come out the same. And then that back leg is going to end right about here. So if you have a scrap piece of paper, that's another way you can make sure you're getting the proportions right for the deer. Now let's say, let me move this paper off. Let's say I wanted to make this deer maybe half the size of the original. So what I would do then is, if this is the length of the body of the original, let me start again. That was my leg. This is the body. It goes from here to here. And I want him half the size. I want him to be much smaller. Then half the length of the body is right about there. So I know that my deer is only going to be this long. And if the leg goes from there to there, I want it to be half as long for my little deer. So it's going to be that long. So you can use this trick to reduce the size of the drawing too. So if this deer is going to be off in the distance, I can either use my pencil or a scrap piece of paper to figure out how big it should be without having to know the exact dimension, like exact inches or centimeters. I can use this just to guess, to figure out the length and guess half the length without having to use a ruler.